Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Ed Rosaria, and this is what I got from y'all today. What did I learn from Operation ASHA? I learned that the main problem is not going to always be the only problem. And what I mean by that is the folks that suffered with tuberculosis often suffered with abandonment from their own families. And that is an unfortunate situation, but the families didn't have the funds to take care of that person. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, I guess, because you have to face the realization we gotta bend your loved one, but you gotta protect your loved one as well. What is the situation I'm aiming to improve? And it'll be the hospitality between the social workers and the clients with disabilities that they take care of. I'd want the best for both sides. And what I mean by that is, for a personal, for an example, I work at a home with the five individuals I take care of. So that's what I mean by social workers and the clients with disabilities. But whom do I work with and why? I decided to work with both sides because both sides do have their personal ups and downs. As social workers, for their ups, they do a great job taking care of clients. They do an amazing job and they're always there for the clients and whatever they need. But the unfortunate side is they do pick up hours because they have a family to feed of their own. So they might work constantly, and that might cause mental exhaustion because they're not only taking care of their own family, but after they're done working, they're gonna have to take care of their other family at home. If that makes sense. So their own family at work and their own family at home, as we each have their own house. There's multiple houses. Sorry, I hope it's not confusing for you guys. But yeah, and on the other side, where the clients with disabilities, they don't always have the full understanding, but that's just because of their development and all that. But so it could be worked on so they have a better understanding of things. But sometimes they might just not, or they might see things, but it's not really the way they see things. For example, they might see a worker um, talking nice to another client, but giving them a different attitude, and might think that worker's favoring him instead of the other one. And it's not even that way. It's just they just might just be having to talk about something funny or anything like that. You feel me? But yeah, that's what I'd want to work on. And yeah, what about measurements of success? They're undetermined for sure because everyone's their own character. It just depends if each person would want to better themselves and the environment around them. How would I approach this? I would approach it by first figuring out when the clients enjoyed the house the most and when the social workers would enjoy the house the most as well. And once figuring out what they enjoyed the most about the house, which would be, for example, some might want to be alone. Some clients might prefer to be in their rooms all day, while others might prefer to be in the living room with the workers. And there might be some workers which prefer to be in the office doing work instead of just sitting down with the clients. But there might be some workers that would prefer to sit down with the clients instead of sitting in the office doing work. So yeah, I'd figure out which ones would like to do which, and then I'd offer ideas and I'd figure out measurements of the house, and I'd place the clients that like to be in their rooms, and the workers that want to be in the office, and then I'd place the clients that would like to be vibing with the living room in the living room, and I'd place the workers in the living room that don't mind hanging out with the clients as well. Oops, sorry about that. And then after that, I'd make sure the relationship's going well and everything's okay. And yeah, to approach this too, I'd also make sure my workers, the social workers, are rotating with each other in the office just so everyone's just not getting overly mentally done by talking a lot because the clients do typically like to talk and they don't have an understanding when to stop talking. But who are we to tell them to stop talking? So it'd be best to rotate the office people and the workers that are in the living room so nobody gets out talked and mentally exhausted. What happened according to each measure of success? Were there any surprising insights? What happened at first would be that the clients attempt to exceed their limitations, like they'd want an Xbox in every room, which they can't have, or they'd want to leave past curfew, which they can't do. But after asked to keeping it reasonably, they would keep it reasonably. They would ask to possibly hang out more with staff, to do more activities with staff, like drawing or playing games. And staffs could be down as well. They'd be on the same page and do the games with them, and that'd be what's up. And that definitely helped with less arguments and more laughs by everyone just speaking their mind, getting to talk to each other. The staffs would definitely have to communicate more with the clients and see how the clients would feel, and the clients would have to communicate more with the staff to see how they feel. And then the ones that in their room as well would just have to chill, do their own thing. But the clients that would be out in the living room, they probably want to play games, and that's what's up. It'd be less arguments and more laughs in the house as well. Reflections. What did I learn about AI and what ideas do I have to implement in the future? Some insights I learned about AI is that sometimes you truly don't have a good grasp of the situation until you really ask for it. And you might be comfortable in the situation just because things might appear good, but they might truly not be good because you refuse to ask for it until you look deeper down. So sometimes you have to ask yourself or whoever's in that situation for a deeper and much simpler look. But what ideas will I have to implement AI in the future? I already kind of do in my current time by asking my friends and family how they truly are, and I like to get truly in tone with their feelings and their day and how they're feeling. Even if it may be good or bad, I like to get in tone and be an ear for them. But I could use AI more in my work as a future, and I could get a better understanding of my clients because they all kind of view me as a brother, but I never understood why. As I know I do take care of them and stuff, but I don't typically feel as I earn that right. But maybe they could explain to me, and I'll get a better understanding, and that might also uplift me and get a better understanding of myself as well. And what would my be desired outcome for using the 4D process in my future? It would be to get a much more realistic, simpler, and deeper truth. And I'd want to get the best outcome I can out of everyone as well with it. I don't really got much simple I mean for that, so I hope you understand. Yeah, that's what I got for you today. Thank you again for listening, and I kind of hope I did this well. My apologies if I stuttered a lot. I was nervous. But thank you again.